Hey everybody, my name is Joseph Condi, and I'm part of the Composite Creative with Austin James Harder. Austin kind of inspired me to do some kind of 52-week project, and I'm going to do two 52-week projects. So I'm going to do, I guess, two 26-week projects. What I do is I'm a musician, totally unpaid. But I write music. I've been making music for about 5 years now, under the moniker Big Animals, which has a very mediocre presence on SoundCloud. I did just hit 16,000 plays, which I'm pretty proud of. But I think I'm actually fucking cat. I think I'm actually going to be retiring the moniker Big Animals, and I'm going to be combining it with another idea that I've been working on over the last few years, and I'm going to be making one cohesive music project that I'm hoping to start recording and going into the studio next year. So I'm taking 26 weeks every other week for the next year to write a song. My goal is to have 30 by the time I go into the studio. Right now I'm sitting on one. I just released an EP. You can check it out at soundcloud.com/big-animals. Those are the newest songs that I've made. So I'm starting from scratch. I'm going to make brand new stuff that I'm going to be singing over. I'm going to be writing and composing all the music and doing all the production work and mastering myself. I also have a record label that I started to help kind of promote my music and those I find that I would like to sign. It's called Gandhi Records. I'm going to post all of the links to all the Twitter pages so you can go follow everything that I do, and hopefully you guys will be with me through this next year to see what the projects turn out to be. So on the other side of the music thing, I'm also a writer. I haven't written or finished a single project ever, so this is a big goal of mine, is to finish something. And I've had this comic idea rattling around in my brain for the last about 25 years. I'm 28, so since I could draw, since I could start reading comics and stuff like that as a kid, I've wanted to make one. I've had a few characters that have kind of stuck with me over the years, so we're going to start out with those guys, and I'm going to be writing a 7-book series called and so basically 1 week is going to be devoted to music, the next week is going to be devoted to writing. Now also a side project on the writing weeks, I also DM for a group of Dungeons and Dragons players, and we ran a campaign that I wrote last September, from about September to like the end of May, I want to say, or end of April, about 7 months, and I planned it in the course of a night. So I've been taking the last couple weeks to kind of outline a brand new campaign that I've projected will yield about 3 to 4 years worth of material. Over the last few months and weeks, I guess, things have changed with our D&D group. We also do a podcast for the under the Composite Creative called The Skinny on Double D, which is kind of a monthly recap of what we've been doing as far as D&D goes. And we've kind of taken a break. A few people have left, a few people have come in. We're trying to set up a new structure for the podcast. I'm going to be turning it into a Patreon campaign, homebrew campaign that anyone can grab and use at their house. It's like I said, it's gonna have a lot of content, so I'm really excited about that. So we got music, right? We got the comic, and in my spare time, which I'm not gonna have, but we're gonna try and put together a 3 to 5 year campaign for D&D, mapped out with characters. Everything is gonna be in there. So yeah. Also on top of that, I have a full-time job, and in my spare time, I drive for Uber. So if you're in Charlotte, come see me uptown. Like I've said before, if you just kind of walk around with a sandwich and yell my name, I'll probably appear. Or if you need a ride and you're in Charlotte, get on Uber. Maybe I'll come pick you up. We can have a little chit-chat. But I hope you guys stick with me over the next year to find out how these projects are going. I'm gonna try and do one of these videos every Thursday, and keep it much shorter than this one. So yeah, so let's get started on day 1, week 1 of our 52-week challenge. All right, so I just had some breakfast. Now I'm gonna jump into starting the first track. I usually will start out making maybe like 1 or 2 riffs. If they're similar, I'll try and work them together. If they're really different, I'll probably record them on multiple tracks, multiple different ways, and just save the ideas. Take my favorite one for the day and kind of work on that. Some days it doesn't happen. Some days it does, some days it doesn't. There are plenty of days where I've opened up my laptop and sat down to write something, and it's just not gonna happen that day. But at least I'll try and get some ideas for riffs, maybe a couple little melodies down. Scroll through the endless sound loop library on Logic and favorite some drum tracks, or maybe find a good sample in there that I want to work with. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. Just a heads up, I prefer to sit on my recliner leather couch in my living room with Anthony Bourdain's Parts Unknown on the TV as just a calming inspiration in the background. I do have an office and a desk behind me back there. But it is currently very cluttered because we just moved into this apartment a couple weeks ago and we're still getting things settled. So I will be sitting on the couch. We're going to do a little time-lapse video to kind of give you an idea of what it's like being a producer and a composer that, again, completely unpaid. But, it sounds like the cat's getting into something again. All the time! All the fucking time! She's always in something. Okay, let's go.
Alright, we're about to watch 1974 footage of Archbishop Don Magic Wand and some of the flamboyant players of that day. Pimp God, Cadillac, Candyman, Pole, Squeaky. Oh man, they're just a host of pimps from the 70s. Wow. Y'all enjoy it.
of footage, but that was about 5 hours today was more of a fuck around day, kind of. Came up with 3 different tracks as far as like riffs and melodies go. Um, got stuck on a few, then came up with new riffs and decided to try and branch out and see if those went anywhere. Um, One was looking pretty good towards the end, and then my computer was like, "All right, five hours is enough," and kind of needed to take a rest. So it's shutting down and cooling down now for the rest of the night. So I'll be on to dinner, and then I think I'm going to do a little writing for D&D because I got some ideas that have been rattling around all day. So yeah, so that's pretty much been my challenge for today was to get something down, and I got 3 pretty good ideas that I can work off of down the line. I'm gonna give myself a week and probably fine tune the song that I did at the beginning of this week, and that'll probably be my song for the challenge. I'm not gonna release any of the songs. I'm not gonna play any of the songs for you because they're not done and they're not mastered, and it's an album, and I need to keep it a secret. But I will be giving you sneak peeks on when I'm making tracks, when I'm composing. I think it's time for a little siesta, a little nap before dinner. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so it's been a pretty packed day. A little boo boo here and I are going to wait for my better half to get home. We're gonna go get some ice cream because we deserve it. Just about to finish editing this video and get it up online for the 5 people that might watch it to watch it. But hopefully that number grows during this project. That's my main goal. Is I want to get people involved in what I'm doing, and I want people to appreciate what I have to offer. Limited if it shall be. I don't know. We'll see what happens. The year is long. 52 weeks of this stuff. So, where'd the cat go? Alright, well, she was here a second ago, but gonna go ahead and get some ice cream because that sounds way more fun.